everybody, it's Paige, and today's video is going to be a full face of makeup I forgot about. I have a series on my channel where I go through my makeup collection, gather up a full face of makeup products that I either forgot about, I haven't used in forever, or I have never used and they've just been sitting in my drawer for whatever reason. So that's what we are going to be doing today. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So we have a few products that I recently placed in my everyday makeup drawer. If you guys haven't seen that video yet, I will link it down below. The first one being primer. This one is from Ole Henriksen. This is the Banana Bright Face Primer. This is a product that I used to love. I've used quite a bit of it, but it has been forever since I've used it. So I thought this was the perfect time to try it out again. It has like a yellowy color to it, and from what I remember, this is a like moisturizing and illuminating primer. So let's go ahead and apply it. I love Ole Henriksen and I love their skincare products. This is sort of like a skincare product and a makeup product. They don't really make too many makeup products. Like, I think this is the only one, but it's so nice. It feels amazing on my skin, and you can see that luminous glow that it added. I knew I loved this. I don't know why I ever stopped using it. It smells incredible too, like a lot of their other skincare. It smells like oranges, and it has vitamin C and banana powder inspired pigments, whatever that means. So I'm guessing that's the illuminating part of the primer. I still love it from what I can tell. My skin looks incredible. You can wear this alone or you can wear it under makeup, which is what I'm going to be doing today. Now for foundation, we are actually going in with a tinted moisturizer. This one is from ColourPop. This is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. So I have this in the shade Light 8N, and I don't know if this is gonna match me. I could not tell you the last time that I used this. I know that I've pumped it, but I don't even know if I've ever used this. I don't know if I liked it, if I hated it. I don't even know what the coverage is. All I know is that it has hyaluronic acid in it. I'm assuming it's a lighter coverage, more natural foundation since it's a tinted moisturizer. So we're about to find out. I think the packaging is so cute. It's a pretty large size product. I feel like there's a lot in here. There's 1.45 fluid ounces, which is like 1.5 times your average foundation size. All right, so we are going to apply this with my Paige and Bling Brushes sponge. I will have these linked down below, and of course you can use code PAIGE for 10% off. That shade match is perfect. Holy crap. Like, are you kidding me? It doesn't even look like there's anything on my face. I will have all of the products that I'm using today linked down below, assuming they're all still available. I have some OG products in this video, so hopefully I can link everything for you guys. Here is what the tinted moisturizer looks like on my skin. It looks really, really nice. It definitely has a good little bit of coverage, especially for a tinted moisturizer. I would still consider this a light coverage product, but it definitely covered up a lot of my redness. I would say it's veering the edge of like medium coverage, but I would still consider it light. The color is perfect for me. It's very dewy, so I'm definitely gonna have to set this with powder. I mean, I would set it anyway with powder just because that's my go-to routine, but I really like it so far. I feel like that looks so pretty and lightweight. I don't feel it on my skin. It's just very, very dewy. For concealer, we're going in with this one. This is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is like, I think it's still a favorite amongst a lot of beauty followers and users. I just like never really got into it. I don't know why. I feel like this is such a popular concealer. At least it was at one point. Like I said, I think it still is, but I never ever use it. It's in my everyday makeup drawer, so I figured we would add it in today's full face of makeup. I have it in the shade Porcelain. I'm pretty sure it's a full coverage concealer. I don't know how I feel about it though. I feel like it's kind of a drying concealer. Like, it almost is like hard to blend. Like, it's not super creamy like some of my other concealers are. I don't know. It just leaves like a weird finish almost like it's supposed to be like a matte product, but I don't think that it is supposed to be matte necessarily, but that's kind of the vibe I get from the texture. It does have a good amount of coverage. I don't know, it just kind of like already is like clinging to my little fine lines around my eyes, and I feel like it just doesn't look good. I don't think I ever really loved this concealer, and I feel like I just still don't. I don't know why it doesn't work for me. I wish it did because it looks so great on other people, but I don't know. Something about it with my skin just doesn't mesh well. For powder, we are going in with this one from Hourglass. This is the Veil Translucent Setting Powder. This is an extremely expensive powder that I never, ever, 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 ever use. So, again, we are going to, you know, get some use out of some stuff that definitely deserves better than me, or deserves better than I've given it. I don't know, does that make sense? I'm talking to this powder like it's a human being. But anyway, I hate the packaging because usually I will take the powder and tap it into the lid, but like the lid is all like domed and weirdly shaped, so I don't even think I can do that. Another foundation that I've been dying to use again is the Believe Beauty foundation. A lot of you more OG people may remember my obsession with the Believe Beauty foundation. I loved that foundation, and I think I still probably do. I just haven't used it in ages, so I feel like I just kind of forgot about it. So oh my gosh, can I talk? I will definitely bring that back onto the channel soon. I kind of want to do a full face of Believe Beauty products, which I don't think I have a full face. I think I'll need to go to Dollar General and pick up a few things just to complete my full face of products. But I think that that video will probably be coming soon because I don't know, I feel like I was like obsessed with them for a while and then I just kind of forgot. So we'll do a little check-in with them. Now I'm just setting the rest of my face with my powder brush. This is my F21 from Blinged Brushes. I have this TikTok song stuck in my head, and it's like the really creepy one that's like, it's just a cigarette. Da-na-na-na-na-na. I don't even know like what that song is or what the words are, but for some reason that has been stuck in my head, and I hate that sound because it's like really creepy. There's a couple TikTok sounds that like scare me, and I hate when they come up on my For You page. So yeah, that's one of them, and I don't know why it's stuck in my head. I wish that it wasn't. Okay, so the powder looks really nice actually. I feel like it added a little bit of a white cast to my skin. It's kind of hard to tell in person, but on camera I feel like you can see a little bit of a white cast compared to how my skin looked before, but my skin looks really nice and velvety soft. Super natural finish. I think that powder is really nice actually, like the finish of it. So now we're gonna move on to bronzer, and this is an OG bronzer that I have not used in ages. This is from Morphe. This is the Glamour Bronze Face and Body Bronzer in the shade Icon, and this is limited edition packaging, but they do still sell it. I think it has more of a black packaging now, but I did see it at the Morphe store when I went a couple weeks ago. You guys can use code PAIGE for 10% off of Morphe products as well. I'm so excited about that. Still feels so unreal, but this bronzer went like kind of viral. I feel like a few years ago when Jaclyn Hill talked about it, she said how much she loved it, and I remember going to Ulta actually because that was like, I guess that's still the only place that I can find it in person in Jacksonville, but I remember going in store to Ulta to look for it, this whole collection, and I bought the palette, I bought the glosses, and I bought a couple of the bronzers, and it is a really nice bronzer. It's super pigmented, as you can see. The color is really nice for my skin tone. I think they have quite a few shades actually, I'm pretty sure. But I'm using the shade Icon. I think this is either the lightest or one of the lighter shades. But it's a huge product. Some people speculated that it was a dupe for the Marc Jacobs. I'm not really too sure if it is or not, but pan size, it's very similar. This is not a step that I would normally do, but I did go a little bit crazy with the bronzer. It really just like blends out and kind of like explodes all over your face. So, you know, it's very blendable, but almost to the point where it just like, it's so blown out that, you know, it's in places where you don't want it to be. So I'm trying to clean it up a little bit down here. So I know that looks kind of odd, but I'm just gonna let that sit like that for a moment. This bronzer is so bronzy. Like, I feel so tan, and like I was just at the beach all day. Very nice formula. Very, very nice formula. I am happy to have cracked that back out of my bronzer drawer. Let's go ahead and do brows because these brows are driving me nuts. I'm going to be using the Milani Precision Brow Pencil. This is in medium brown. I've never used this before. I actually just opened it from the packaging like when I don't know, a couple days ago. I just opened it up and I have not used it yet. So we're gonna be trying this out. Hopefully the color works okay. It has a nice little fine tip. Ooh, the color looks perfect actually. It's nice and cool toned. For brow gel, I'm just gonna go in with my Morphe translucent brow gel. This isn't something that I necessarily, oh my gosh, why did I struggle saying that word? This isn't something that I necessarily forgot about, but I don't really have a clear brow gel that I, you know, forgot about. So this one was in my everyday makeup drawer, so we're just going in with the Morphe because it's really, really nice. It's in the shade translucent. They have some other shades, but if you like clear brow gel, this is a really good affordable option. For blush, we are going in with the Island Time palette from Ofra. I don't know if they still make this or not, but you guys, these blushes are so pretty. I feel like if they don't make this palette, hopefully they still sell the blushes at least. So this says, keep your vibes chilled and sunny in this liquid to baked blush and highlight palette. I don't know what that means, but I don't even know what color I want to go in with. Maybe this one right here. This one I think is called Bellini. If I had to guess, it would be Bellini. I don't think I'm really like too familiar with the blush formula from Ofra, which by the way, I do have a discount code with Ofra. You can use code PAIGE for 20% off of Ofra products. But I don't know that I'm like familiar with their powder blush formula. That color is stunning and it is so pigmented and the finish is incredible. The bronzer is looking kind of orangey on me now that I'm like looking up close. So maybe it's a little bit too warm toned for my like personal preference, the bronzer that is. So maybe I should try like a different shade, but oh my gosh, this blush is stunning. Okay, so the Island Time palette is out of stock and it looks like it was discounted, so I'm guessing that means that it's gone. So let me see if the individual blush shade is still in stock. I'm gonna feel so bad if it's not. It is in stock. Okay, so you can get the baked matte blush in Bellini. Ooh, there's also a split pan, so you can get like a half blush, half highlighter. That is so cute. I'll link both of those options down below since the palette is unfortunately out of stock, but this blush formula is incredible. And the single size blushes are larger pans than this. This is just like a bunch of little mini blushes. I love them. I love these colors so much. There's just something about it. Like I just like looking at it. So pretty. Now, for the moment you guys have been waiting for, the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to be using today, yes, this is from Morphe. This is not just any Morphe palette, this is the first Morphe palette I ever bought. This is the 350. You guessed it. The 350. This is an iconic palette. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I never in my life would have worn warm toned eyeshadow until I bought this palette, and I was like, well, if Jaclyn Hill's talking about it, like I need to buy it even though I don't wear orange eyeshadow. And then now I'm here and I love warm toned eyeshadows. I love all colors of eyeshadow, but back then I was more of like a naked palette, very like, you know, gold was as warm toned as I would get, or like the Naked 3 with like the pinky tones, or the Naked 2 even, which was very like taupey and cool toned. So yeah, we're gonna go in with the Morphe 350 palette. There was a time where every single YouTube video you saw featured this palette. And now I would be very interested to see the last time you saw somebody use this palette in a video, because for me it's been years, like literally years. So I'm gonna take an E3. It looks dirty, but I just wiped it off. And we're gonna go in with this shade right here. It's kind of like a light brown sort of color, and I'm just gonna put this in my crease. This palette is pretty old, you guys, so I don't know if the performance of the shadows is still gonna be there. Like, when did I buy this? 2000... I don't even know. It was like when it was popular. When was this popular? 5 years ago? Jaclyn Hill posted a video, Morphe 350 makeup tutorial, 5 years ago. So that was like 2016. That's when I bought this. So this palette is literally ancient in terms of makeup years, but we're still trying it out and using it, and so far it's still really pigmented and blending really well. Next, I'm gonna go in with this color right here. It's a little bit deeper of a brown color, and I'm gonna put this in my outer corner and probably blend that through the crease a little bit. I don't know if this is gonna be as dark as I need it to be, so I'll probably tap into an even deeper shade once I put the shimmers on, but so far so good. Does anyone else still have this palette? I'm dying to know. Like, do you still have your Morphe 350 palette, or did you repurchase it recently, or I don't know, did you forget about it? What are your thoughts on the 350? I'm gonna tap into a little bit of this color right here. This one's more like red undertone, like an orangey red shade. And I'm just gonna very lightly tap that right in my outer corner just to deepen things up a little bit more, because I want that shimmer to really pop. So I'm just gonna take my finger and we're gonna go in with this shimmer here, which is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. And then we're gonna pop this on the lid. This shimmer is insane. Holy crap. This is like my most used shadow in the palette. I can tell just by looking. Like, if I'm gonna hit pan on a shade, or if I was gonna hit pan on a shade, it would have been this one. It's still so creamy and metallic. This reminds me of like the Morphe formulas that I know now, like the shimmers from like the Jaclyn Hill palettes and whatnot. Like, so metallic and beautiful, and you're like, how the heck is this in such an affordable palette? That is absolutely stunning. Now, I think I'm gonna not go in with a highlighter shade from this palette, although this palette does have really nice like highlight shimmer shades for like your inner corner. I think I'm gonna use the highlighter that I'm using on my face for that though, which brings me to this guy right here, which this is actually the Natasha Denona Tan Bronze and Glow palette, but we're gonna be going into this highlighter right here because it's been ages since I've used it, and just like, look at how beautiful that is. This is a really pretty golden highlighter. So I'm just going to take some of that and pop it right on my inner corner right there. And then I'm also going to apply this to my cheeks and the rest of my face with my F25, which is the best highlighter brush on planet Earth. Ooh, look at that glow. That is so pretty. This highlighter is absolutely stunning. I love the glow that it gives. It's like really fine, so when it's on your skin, it just blends out so smoothly. It's not like chunky or anything. That is such a pretty highlighter. I'm obsessed. I have not used these products enough. They're so good. But that's why I film these videos, so that I can remind myself of all of the amazing makeup that I have. And then also remind myself that, yeah, you know, maybe that wasn't so good. Like, why do I still have that? For setting spray, I'm gonna use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set setting spray. Like, what the heck? How did I even use this? Oh, there it is. Does it smell like anything? Yeah, it's like coconut scented. Okay, well, it's been a while since I've used this, so let's give it a try. That was a lot of setting spray. Definitely a lot. The sprayer on that thing is a little bit aggressive. Like, just a little bit. It's like, it's got a nice like spray like area wise, but it's a lot of product comes out at once. For lips, I'm just gonna try out this lip gloss from Lunar Beauty. This is in the shade Dreamy. Yes, Dreamy. This is such a pretty color. I just haven't used this in a while. I don't know. Is this color gonna look okay? I think it'll look okay with our eye look. And for mascara, I don't want to open up a new product, so I'm just gonna try out this one again. This is the Batty Bee Lashes Mascara. I tried it once, and it was really nice, but I don't know if I loved it as much as I wanted to. It's super, super, like, natural. So I'm gonna start off with it's double-ended. I'm gonna start off with the larger wand, and then go back in with the smaller one just to try to add as much volume. But it's like not a lot of product comes off on my lashes, so it kind of like makes them darker, like it tints them, but it doesn't really add much volume or length. So yeah, maybe this is like meant to be worn with false lashes, so it's like not supposed to give you a lot of volume, but I would think that a mascara from a brand who is like known for their false lashes would have like an extremely voluminous mascara. So there is one coat of the mascara, as you can see. It definitely looks like I have mascara on, but it's just super, super natural. I prefer something a little bit more intense, so I'm gonna try to go in with the smaller brush and see if I can like fill in some extra volume, like wiggle it in there. Going in with the second round of mascara definitely makes a difference, but it's still just like a super natural mascara. So I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and do my other eye, and then I will be back for final thoughts on the products that I used today. Alright, you guys, so here's the finished look. I absolutely love the way it turned out. Overall, we had a very successful full face of makeup I forgot about. There were only a couple of products that I'm not like the biggest fans of, but nothing was a major fail. So the primer is fantastic. If you guys have never tried this primer, it's amazing. Definitely try it out if you get the chance. So freaking good. Very moisturizing, very glowy, and it's the perfect base for a foundation in my opinion. The Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer is actually really nice, and I really like it. Like, I really like it. It looks so good and so natural on my skin. It's not creasing. It's just like, it's so nice, and it definitely covered up my redness, which is, I would say, like my biggest concern now. At least I haven't had too many breakouts recently, which thank God. I definitely know what it's like to have acne prone skin, but recently my skin has been treating me pretty good, so redness is my main concern. So a light coverage foundation like this is really nice, and it's really good for like every day. So I love my base. The concealer, this is one of the products that I'm just kind of like like, I don't love this. I think it's not worth the price. There are so many drugstore concealers that are so much nicer. I could literally name a few right now. This one is fantastic from CoverGirl. It's the True Blend Undercover Concealer. This is amazing. The L'Oreal Full Wear, Infallible Full Wear More Than Concealer is another great drugstore concealer. I would recommend both of these over the Too Faced one. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't really think it's worth it. It's not horrible, but it's just not for me. And I know that's some people's favorite concealer, and that's awesome, but I don't know. I wish I liked it more than I did. The powder, I think, is nice. It has a very nice natural finish. It did add a little bit of a white cast, but it looks so good on my skin. Like, it's not drying at all, but it definitely set my makeup in place. It is super expensive though. I don't know if it's worth the price. I feel like there are other powders out there, but I'm happy that I used it. And since I have it, like, I should be using it when I can. The bronzer, I think, is really nice. I feel like I'm a little heavy-handed with the bronzer. It's a little bit more warm tone than I'm used to. I feel like I'm a little bit fair for this particular shade at the moment, but it's really a really nice formula, and yeah, I think this is a great bronzer. The blush is one of my favorite products from today's video. This shade is gorgeous. Again, it's in the shade Bellini. I will have it linked down below along with the rest of these products. So yeah, love the blush. Love, love, love the blush. The highlighter, again, is fantastic. It just gives such a beautiful glow. I love the color of it. I love the finish. It's so good. And I know that the bronzer in this palette is really nice as well. There is a cream product that I haven't really used too much. And then this is a deeper sort of highlighter shade that I could not use as a highlighter. I'd have to use that on my eyes. But I think this is a really nice little palette. I loved these palettes. I have a couple of the blush palettes as well from Natasha Denona, and they're fantastic. So I definitely need to get more use out of those. What else? The mascara. I don't think I'm a fan of the mascara, guys. I feel so bad. I was so excited for it, but I just feel like I personally want something a little bit more. I feel like it just doesn't do enough for my lashes. Like, I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's good if you're wearing false lashes because it doesn't get like caked up or clumpy and it just darkens your lashes and it could help blend them in with the faux lashes. But as for like a standalone mascara, this is just not my favorite thing. I really liked the Milani brow pencil. I think it's a really nice color. Again, it's in the shade medium brown, which usually medium brown is like more of a warm toned color with most brow pencils, but this was like nice and cool toned, perfect for my eyebrows. Of course, I love the Morphe brow gel. The lip gloss is fantastic. We love Lunar Beauty over here. I knew that I loved this. I just haven't used it in a while, but I've been really into lip gloss recently. And then I think the last product, other than the setting spray. The setting spray is fantastic. I love that setting spray. The packaging is so cute also. But the last product that we have to talk about is a 35-0. So obviously this is a very warm tone palette. There are a lot of orangey shades. My eye look today is very like neutral for this type of palette, but I think this is an incredible palette, you guys. Like, I feel like this should make a comeback. It's very affordable. It's like 26 bucks, plus you can use code PAIGE and save 10%. You get so many shades in here, and you could, if you like blocked out, let's see, how can I like block out the orange shades? If you block out this half of the palette, it's a very neutral palette. There are some cool tone shades in there even. You have some really nice highlighter shades, some lighter tones, lots of mid-tone like matte browns to use as transition shades or crease shades or outer quarter shades, and then you have fun pops of color with these more orangey tones. Like, I feel like this is such a well-rounded palette, and it was popular for a reason, so I feel like this could definitely make a comeback, and I don't know, I feel like it's underrated now. I forgot how good this was. So yeah, that was my video today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Like I said, everything will be linked down below. I know I said that like a million times, but everything will be linked down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts on the products that I used today, and let me know if you have any like special requests for products that you would like to see on my channel in the future. So that's about it from me. I love you all so, so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.